What's up, everyone? It's November 10th, 2009, and it's time to do actually not a review, an overview of the Monday Night Raw for November 9th, 2009. And there's a difference between an overview and a review. I'll talk about that a little later. But the show emanates from the UK. Ricky Hatton hosts, and we have an updated Survivor Series card. We'll talk about all of that and much more. The show starts now.
We got no fear, no darling, balls out. We're going up tonight to kick out every light, take anything we want, drink everything inside. We'll go until the world stops turning while we burn it to the ground at night.
Whoa. Alright, got back just in the nick of time. Alright, that, my friends, was actually the new theme song for Monday Night Raw that they'll be premiering next week at Madison Square Garden. Just a little interesting fact, it's called Burn It to the Ground by Nickelback. So it sounds good. Sounds good. Thumbs up. Alright, this is I'm going to do this a little different. I'm going to cut down on the editing, so I'm going to try and get all of this in within 10 minutes, so I don't need to cut, so it won't look as cut and pasted as it usually does. Anyway, so let's start off the show. Let's start off with this show with the overview of Monday Night Raw. Alright, I'm not doing a review because I didn't really start watching the show till a little more than halfway through the show. So I'm just going to read right off the sites what happened, and then after that I'm going to talk about the Survivor Series card, and it's been updated and it looks... talk about that a little later. Alright, so the show apparently starts off, Ricky Hatton comes to the ring, and so there's Jericho and DX, and it ultimately ends up with Jericho versus DX being announced for later on tonight. Alicia Fox defeats Kelly Kelly. What is Kelly Kelly there for? I mean, she's good looking, but I mean, she doesn't really win matches. Sheamus defeats an unknown wrestler. Shocker. I mean, just like Drew McIntyre on SmackDown, it's kind of getting stupid that they're putting these big guys over small, unknown talent and expecting us to believe that they're good. No, you don't prove yourself by being someone that is shitty. You prove yourself by actually beating someone that is established. To be the man, you gotta beat the man. That's how it works. Alright, then we have, apparently there was a promo with Hatton, Chavo, Bella Twins, and Santino. I'm not sure if it was funny, but that's that. Evan Bourne defeats Jack Swagger, and The Miz interferes in that match. I don't know what they're doing there. Probably going to end up being a triple threat TLC matchup at the TLC pay-per-view, but I don't think they're going to have too many TLC matches at that pay-per-view, but who knows. But I'm definitely see a triple threat match forming here for the United States belt. Alright, then we have the VIP Lounge. MVP and Mark Henry are in the VIP Lounge. Kofi Kingston joins them, then Legacy and Orton interrupt, and then apparently Kofi Kingston slaps Orton or something like that. Randy Orton defeats Mark Henry. Real shocker. I thought Mark Henry's going to win, but apparently not. Randy Orton wins the match. Ricky Hatton defeats Chavo Guerrero. This is when I started watching, so I turned on TV and I saw Chavo Guerrero coming down to the ring and Ricky Hatton. It was a boxer versus wrestler match. The only way Ricky Hatton could win is if he knocked out Chavo Guerrero. The only way Chavo Guerrero could win is if he pinned Ricky Hatton. Very short match. Who cared? Nobody. 1 out of 5, I'm sure. It was just a 1 out of 5. I saw it just when I started watching, but it was stupid, and interestingly enough, the crowd wasn't into it. So good job, WWE, for doing well. See, when I don't edit, there are a lot of mistakes that you don't see. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, Roddy Piper is announced as guest host for Monday Night Raw next week at Madison Square Garden. This just shows you how much I love New York right there. Got that shirt. Because I was born there. Anyway, so that's next week. DX versus Jericho. It was okay, but it wasn't anything that wasn't anything that to write home about. Alright, so basically DX wins. Then what's his name? That sounds really stupid. Justin Roberts announces that next week it's going to be DX versus Jericho versus John Cena and Undertaker, who showed up, and that's going to be a triple threat tag team matchup next week from Madison Square Garden. So that should be an interesting main event to see. Alright, so let's talk about Survivor Series real quick. These are not my predictions. I'm just gonna go through the card, and the card is a bunch of there are 3 Survivor Series elimination tag matches, which is a bit much. It's gonna be a lot to handle. I'm gonna be at Survivor Series, by the way. It's gonna be pretty cool, but I guess it's fine that there's 3 of them. The one good thing about having 3 of them, you get a lot of young talent. Basically, all of the young talent is on this show, is going to be on the card, and that's definitely a good thing by the WWE to have all the young talent on that on this card. All right, so let's start off. The first is a Divas match, Survivor Series elimination matchup, and it's Team Michelle McCool versus Team Mickie James. Mickie James's team is going to consist of, let me see, no editing. Alright, Mickie James' team is going to consist of Mickie James herself, Eve, Kelly Kelly, Melina, and Gail Kim. While Michelle McCool's team is going to be Michelle McCool, Jillian Hall, Beth Phoenix, Layla, and Alicia Fox. This is the Divas match, and it's a bunch of divas. Besides the fact that they're divas, it shouldn't be anything special. Moving along, Morrison versus The Miz. That'll be the bathroom break match, I'm sure, for a lot of fans. Alright, Morrison's team versus Miz team. Morrison's going to have Shelton Benjamin himself, Evan Bourne, Matt Hardy, and Finlay. And then we're going to have Miz's team. Miz's team is going to have The Miz, Jack Swagger, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, and Dolph Ziggler. Again, lots of young talent. Great way for them to prove themselves. I'm hoping I should say that they can showcase their ability in these matches. I hope it's just not quick matches. So the next elimination match is Team Kingston versus Team Orton. Team Kingston is going to have Kofi Kingston, Mark Henry and MVP, Christian, and R-Truth versus Randy Orton team is going to be Randy Orton, Legacy, William Regal, and CM Punk. So this one I'm looking forward to a little more than the first one, but again, it's all up in the air. Any of these matches could steal the show, but the match that I do think is going to steal the show is Rey Mysterio versus Batista. I'm really looking forward to this matchup. I mean, Rey Mysterio has some really good pay-per-view matches, and like I always say, he can make any superstar look good, even if your name is Batista. And so I'm really looking forward to that match. Then we have the match that will probably close the pay-per-view out. John Cena, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. At commentary, John Cena did better than DX last week. Tonight on Raw, he did better at commentary than DX did, but that's relatively speaking. I think he just kept repeating himself over and over about how the pressure is going to be on. The deciding factor, basically, of the match is going to be Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is going to be the one who is going to decide whether it's going to be a team effort with DX or if it's going to be every man for himself. And it just sounded like a broken record over and over and over again. He put a lot of emphasis on Shawn Michaels, so much emphasis that you might think that Shawn Michaels might win, but who knows. I'll save that for my predictions. So that match, I'm kind of looking forward to that match, actually. And then the other match for the World Heavyweight Championship, Undertaker versus Big Show versus Chris Jericho in a triple threat match. Now, Big Show hasn't really been in this feud much. It's mostly been Undertaker and Chris Jericho, and I'm sure after this matchup, it's going to just be Undertaker versus Chris Jericho, so Big Show can go back to Raw or something like that, and that should be interesting to see. Also, I'm looking forward to that match. So that's the updated Survivor Series card. Should be interesting to see. I can't wait to get there. Hopefully I'm not disappointed leaving the Verizon Center. Hopefully I'm not. Let's hope. Alright, don't forget, send in any questions or comments down there. I'll read them, answer any questions, and give you a shout out also, you know. That should be interesting. And I'll read any like backstage news. I'll try to keep down on the spoilers. But that's what I'll be doing Wednesday night for my new show. You see my Transformers pajama pants? I'm such a loser. Anyway, thanks for watching. I edited this part in, but thanks for watching. Rate, comment down there, subscribe over there, and we'll see you on Friday night, Saturday morning. Peace out.